My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Stygian Guard awoken. Alright. Ooh, Winged Spirit with a holo already. Okay. Winged Spirit, of course, allowing us to heal the front friendly units on all floors to full health once per battle, and the Awoken Holo coming in with 60 empty health we can immediately fill. Also a Rejuvenate trigger whenever healed, Cultivate 3, give the lowest health unit on the floor, plus 3 health and plus 3 damage. Also Glimmer, 2 copies of that as well for some AoE removal, as well as some AoE Rejuvenate, and then finally Cuddle Hexes. 3 units that have the ability Freeze Ray, giving me the ability to freeze a card in hand. Tethys is our lead, and Restore as well. I wouldn't be surprised to end up going like just Conduit line, or at least dipping a level into it, because then half of my spells become free. Definitely Dante's Footstool here. On deployment phase, draw a room card from your deck, reduces cost to 0, just immediately get more benefit on turn 1. And yeah, there's Conduit. I do think I take Conduit here. Yeah. It'd be nice if there was a room that triggered off of Incant. I guess, yeah, Echo Room doesn't necessarily count. It does respond to a spell, same as, you know, like Spell Sanctum responds to a spell, but it doesn't allow you to play another one. Oh, sorry, it doesn't respond to every spell. Like, it's not a incant trigger does X. That was very boldly stated, perhaps. Let's get these stewards in their appropriate places immediately. Got Alex in the back line. Yeah, just start stocking up on regen. I don't need to hit Winged Spirit at the start here yet. One Frozen Lance on that line gets us through. Keep going for the health. Yep, that'll be fine. Yeah, because the boss enters next wave, so it's not too much of an issue. Yeah, especially because we will win on the bottom line here. And that's, of course, before hitting Winged Spirit. Grand. Pretty good opening fight. Any opening fight where I get to get the Collector as well as the Trial and take no fire damage, great. Great opener. Speaking of great opener, Helical Crystallis is a common card that only costs 1 when played on Tethys' floor. Seems great. So does Restoration Detonation, because this is not just a healing card, it's also a damage card, so it's going to have its cost reduced. Woohoo! It's got to be Merchant of Steel Awoken and then Merchant of Arms, looking for a room, I think. Quick plus 10. We know what happens if we see a sweep unit now. No sweep unit. Atoms of Speed is fun though. Already has Quick, has the ability Swift Shot, so can target enemy backlines as well. I think that'd be a great unit to just throw on the bottom line. I think Titanite on the Awoken Holo is probably already more than you need. I'm also just going to give the 14 additional damage to Animus. And I almost feel like I mean, it's either Mini Stone on Awoken Holo to make additional space here, or I end up just popping a Heartstone on. That said, I don't think the Heartstone makes any difference right now, so I can avoid it. Cuddlehex bottom line. Glimmer does all of the AoE damage. Frozen Lance directly. Yeah, most of the enemy is already done. And then Quick on the next line already takes him out, so we're all good. Yeah, sure, Cuddlehex. You can keep a Restore in my hand for me, thank you. Wait, the Restoration Detonation is not having its cost decreased. Why? You are a damage spell. I guess because the spell itself has an outcome of damage rather than actually dealing damage itself. Interesting. May as well get the regen. That'll do it. All right, let's see what this room is, because if we get... I mean, we really want something that cost decreases for huge value. Maybe I would take Spell Sanctum, put it on the bottom line, and then I, you know, can diversify Tethys. I mean, yes, you take the Unnamed Tome when you see it. Glimmer is great, but I don't think I need more of it. Draw 3 additional cards next turn is pretty nice, though. Especially because it feels like Capacity is probably one of the first things we're going to have to get. Okay, never mind. A Hall of Mirrors or an Awakening Thicket? So, Awakening Thicket, obviously really good with the Awoken Hollow, but it's only one additional Cultivate trigger around. So, you know, like, it's giving 3/3. That's not a lot. Hall of Mirrors, -2 capacity. Whenever you play a unit, play a copy of it. Not especially good on that base floor. I mean, you know, it allows us to get like a ridiculous amount of Cuddle Hexes on the top line or something like that, but that's not even really that important to us. I am going to take Hall of Mirror. In fact, I'm going to take all of these. So, Hall of Mirrors needs to be the one drawn by Dante's Footstool, and Awakening Thicket needs to be naturally drawn into my opening hand. Then Meat Shield I'm also going to buy, because that's, again, just another Rejuvenate trigger for Woken Hollow every turn. Celestial Alcove first. Ooh. Okay, we can pay health here. Life Mother's Seed. The end of combat, create a permanent copy of a random non-champion card in your deck. I mean, I could wait one and just get the version that allows me to dupe a card at every end combat, or I could dupe the first card we play every turn. I guess it'll really depend on... I'll give you health, so that I don't have to wait too long. Also, because I'm just about to heal anyway. But I guess it'll really depend on whether or not I have cards that are powerful enough to really care about duping every single turn as to whether I wait for the full artifact. Merchant of Steel Empyrean well. Yeah, I mean, if we got Multi-Strike at that in Merchant of Steel, I would put that on Animus' speed, and then I would dupe that same Animus. Because that's just a really good cleanup floor for any enemies that ascend. Okay. Awakening Thicket, Woken Hollow Tethys, and then Hall of Mirrors, Animus' speed is what I'm thinking. Oh, but if I do that, I end up losing one of the Animus immediately. Maybe I'm better served by just going Hall of Mirrors, Shield Steward. Wait. Oh, no, no, no. This one only... You only do like 7 damage on your push, do you? I think you can't take Animus. Hopefully I draw the meat shield if that's wrong. 13! Yeah, that'll do it. Dang. Oh well. I mean, I'm going to unname Tome so I don't have to worry about the pushes anymore. Which is great because I also don't have to worry about your annoying incant trigger friend. Gonna have to set up a top line just to split out Archeon's attacks a little more. Okay, this is great, because now I can get double Cuddle Hex on the mid line. So I've got good chump blockers for Archeon for the next couple of rounds. And even if the Chosen Shield... Well, I guess actually... Yeah, there we go. I can just confirm the kill. I guess we're better off freezing a card than not doing it. Take 50 health off the enemy. Meat shield will be nice as well. Frozen Lance doesn't really change any outcome there for us. Oh wow, they inverted the order. You got unfrozen just in time. Thankfully that's not going to matter just because of the pure amount of stats that we have on these units. Which is handy because it also enables me to play out the Calcified Ember. Feels like what I want is capacity. Old Growth, Rejuvenate, gain 10 max health. Also, plus 10 max health. Yeah. Strap that and meat shield to one another and then just pop it on a frontliner. Gorgon. Incant, gain multi-strike 1. On resolve, remove all status effects. I mean, you've got low health. You would be a lovely unit on the bottom line just to deal damage. I think I can take you, but I'm going to need to go capacity and energy to really support you. We'll go capacity first, because I don't need to be using you just yet. At the end of combat, create a permanent copy of a non-champion card in your deck, and you get to select this one. Yeah. I'm just going to take the Light Mother's Bloom, thank you. I don't have cards that I want to copy every turn just yet. Merchant of Steel, Empyrean. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things I'm looking for, including Mini Stone would be huge right now. Dualism. Non-eligible? What do you mean non-eligible? Yeah, no one's gonna get a benefit from that. Multi-strike, though, Animus of Will, it is the thing I asked for. I can re-roll here. I also do think that just throwing some additional damage on the Eel Gorgon makes sense. Chill Wind's going to be great against Relentless Phases, but I don't think Relentless Phases is really that much of a problem for us. Yeah, because Resolve triggers after combat, so the Relentless Killer for us would be Eel Gorgon on the bottom floor. Which I don't get to play at the start, but with this additional capacity, I should be able to play over the course of the fight. Conduit 2 just gives us a little bit more control over casting. Basically just makes Helical Crystallis currently free. And then this dupe, just because it's the most upgraded card, we're going to be getting another Animus of Speed. Woohoo! -1 draw a turn is fine. So I'm thinking currently Animus, then Hall of Mirrors, then double Animus. So this is going to do 300 damage to the enemies before they even get to do anything in response. Woken Hollow Tethys. Simple Shield to your top line. The rest of this just has to be played in mid-combat. Yeah, that line's doing completely fine. And then here's our Eel Gorgon. Cuddle Hex for shield. Sorry, for Spear Steward to go on the top line. Oh, hell yes. I even get to cast them all. Spear Steward goes top, Awakening Thicket bottom line, Glimmer kills all of the enemy backline units, and the incants just keep coming. Unnamed Tome is already frozen, don't need to do anything with that until the boss is out. Great opportunity to burn a card there. No sapping, thank you. Hey, sapper, no sapping. That'll do it. And I hadn't even used Wing Spirit yet. Got him. Yeah, I guess I should take Ice Storm, because I've got Conduit 4, so at the very least it's 5 damage 5 times on the bottom line. Wildwood Tome. A blank Quick. I mean, having Eel Gorgon with Quick is huge, yeah, absolutely. Keep anything except for Champion. I'm leaning Unnamed Tome here. It's the one that in a vacuum is most powerful. And I am planning on putting them in a vacuum. I'm really interested in going to a Merchant of Steel right now because the mini stone for Awoken Hollow is huge. Not least of which, because if I get a mini stone for you, I then have a path by which I can have 2 Awoken Hollow on the midline as well as on the bottom line. Having one of you. That said, with the amount of money that I have at the moment, and the fact that there's a Stygian banner that I'm unlikely to super care about, Merchant of Trinkets is the direction I'm supposed to go. And also because of how narrow the choices that I actually care about from the thing are. Like, it's a mini stone for Awoken, it's quick for Eel, which isn't even necessary because I already have Wildwood's Home. Yeah, it's too little to ask for. Firestone Housing, units gain an extra upgrade slot. Pretty good. Deal 3 damage whenever a unit, or an enemy unit rather, moves between floors. It'd be a lot better if I didn't already have AoE a lot of the time, but I think I'd take it anyway. It's either I take this or I roll and then I get a choice of new 3. One of which could be much more impactful than Jackstrips. Like Emote Tome, create an ephemeral copy of the first spell you play each turn. Yes, Priory's Cloak is there. Whenever a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy equal to the amount healed. It's not as good as Emote Tome. It scales poorly. Emote Tome scales ridiculously. Oh, sick. Iron Tongue. Iron Tongue gives a unit sweep. Remove all status effects. Status effects. Sweep is a status effect, right? Orange. Sweep. Yeah. So if sweep is a status effect, maybe it's bad for me to be giving that to Eel Gorgon, because you'll clear the status effect and then you'll just constantly have your damage is 30 and can't be changed. Wait, can you clear a status that's being given to you by something else? If I have equipment on that gives you sweep, are you able to remove the sweep from yourself? If I gave you an equipment that gave you multi-strike, would you remove the additional multi-strike? I'm not sure. I almost want to take the Iron Tongue just to figure that out. Bone Dog! I mean, I was asking for a one-size unit, but Bone Dog, you are not a good unit for defending all of my animuses. This should probably just be the pendant, by all rights. I don't know. Can I get health out of you? You're non-deployable, which is really difficult because it means that I have to play you on the non-Hall of Mirrors fields. I'll just take the pendant this time, buddy. I'll be back for you later. Start battle, enemy units appear on each floor. I mean, I can just set up the Animuses as a speed on the top line, and that'll do it. Unnamed Tome would keep them alive on the top line. Definitely get the Awakening Thicket on the bottom line, as well as Glimmer, which I get to play twice. Oh, it's either that or I could do the Unnamed... Oh, okay, actually, I'll do that. Instead of double playing Glimmer, I'm going to play the Unnamed Tome on each of the other floors. So I don't have to deal with the corruption from their deaths. Easy. Okay, good. The Glimmer is going to do enough damage. We're fine. There's your old growth, so you can get larger, double Glimmer, single Cuddle Axe there. We lose our midline. The next line, thunk, 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 thunk. Yeah, we kill still in quick speed, which is great. And then, hell, I'll give this meat shield just in case the Animus needs additional health at any point. It's not that important. Hello, Eel Gorgon! It's really good to see you. I'm sorry that I gave you 6 incant and 6 incant multi-strike rather, and then also deleted all the enemies that you would be killing with it. Save the unnamed tome exactly one more turn. Winged Spirit, we're still not winning the bottom line. I definitely don't want to actually silence Kodo here. That'd be a bad move. So I think it's literally just how many incants can I incant on the bottom line. Oh, one of them's already done the job. I just need the Eel Gorgon to have some damage down here. So now that that's been accomplished, Calcified Ember, I'm happy to take 1 damage to get rid of that. And go. This Merchant of Magic's really important. I need to turn one of my spells into something worth duping at the start of every turn and at the end of every fight. Guardian's Amulet. Only if I have the ability to play that from Offering, which I don't. Guardian Stone. Eh. Crystalline Seeds. Not awful. It's just also a very slow way to try and deal with the enemy backline when damage costs as little as it does right now. I have to skip those, I think. Focus Growth, restore 20 health twice, draw 2 additional cards next turn. I'll take it. I'm feeling a little like a good idea here might be getting another Wildwood Tome, just so that I'm ready with a Wildwood Tome for the Eel Gorgon much more of the time. So I want to go to a Merchant of Arms so that I can merge the Old Growth and Meat Shield. I don't think that's that important. I want to go to a Merchant of Magic so that I can make any of my spells worthwhile. Oh. Permanently remove consume, -2 cost gain consume. Incredible. What a great way to make a 0 costs, restore health, and draw. -1 cost and Permafrost is great for a Wildwood Tome that I might not have a good target for at the time. Double stack for a unnamed tome is pretty good as well. I would have taken Spell Chain if I had the option, but take what we get. I think we'll often have a really good target for the Focus Growth here. I mean, it's, especially because I'm not capable, because currently it looks like I'm taking energy here, so that increases the value of copying this Focus Growth consistently. But, like, if I have to draw a Focus Growth to draw 2 additional cards next turn, like, it's a positive draw of 1. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's definitely fine. Okay. Yeah, one of the Kales will just immediately eviscerate a Animus' speed. almost wonder if there's a better way to do it. Like, duping the Animus of Speed is nice. Mini Stone dupe on Awoken would really help us. I think Awoken Hollow Tethys 100% go bottom line. I think there is an argument to play the Eel Gorgon early down there, just so that I have much more clearing power on the bottom line with just playing spells. And then if I do that, playing a Hall of Mirrors and then Animus of Speed doesn't hurt that bad because I lose an Animus and then I still have the ability to dupe another one on that floor. Or even jump block with, yeah, God forbid I get a Cuddle Hex on the first turn, which, don't worry, God didn't forbid it, I do have it. That'll be handy. Let's give Iron Tongue to you to see how that works out. We're going to be playing an Unnamed Tome on this floor, as well as on this floor. Yeah, I do think keeping the Meat Shield is probably a good idea as well. Okay, so I suspect I will lose the sweep. Yeah, we do. We do. Okay, now I've at least had that confirmed for me. Guaranteed how that works. Got it. Got it. So that means you'll lose quick as well. Yeah, so it does. Well, I'll give quick to the entire rest of the floor then. Get Cuddle Hex to freeze Cuddle Hex, so I have someone to play there next turn. Growth for you. Focus growth. Focus growth. Oh boy. Oh, so much additional health. So many Rejuvenate triggers. Yeah, unfortunately, all these Rejuvenate triggers are missing Eel Gorgon because its damage is set to 30 and cannot be changed. I did need to confirm this at least once, but now that I have confirmed it, oh boy, I hope I don't make this mistake ever again, because yikes! I want to keep Restore, I think. Played it last turn. Oh well. Drop that Restore, and may as well freeze a card. Better than not doing it. Now I don't have to draw it again. Helical. Helical. Always just got to get that backliner down. Do I need to freeze? Look, better off than not. That's enough focus growth for anyone. Still 2 turns of mute on Kale. And the 7 multi-strike from Eel Gorgon. So, Eel, if you have 20 max health from the Awakening Thicket, you would otherwise have 66 max health at the moment, which means that you've gained 61 somehow from Cultivate triggers. I'm going to say that's 60. So you would usually be doing 70 damage right now if you weren't equipped with the Iron Tongue that I gave to nerf you. I'm trying to hold myself back. It's a... it was actually a respect play. Got him. Adaptive mutation. Don't know I have anyone who really benefits from that. Spreading spores. Not awful, not great. Gifts regard. It mostly draws spells that I would be happy to end up removing from my deck. Yeah, Gifts Regard. It's just incant. It's just draw. Hell's Flame for the additional deployment energy I've been arguing we need constantly. Another focus growth as well. So Merchant of Arms at the moment is really weak, I think. I mean, obviously there's the version where you end up getting, you know, the shield that silences and you can get a bunch of incant on Eel Gorgon and then put the shield on you. I just play enough spells each turn that I can kind of just rely on having a giant incant number on you when I need it. So I don't think that's the direction I care about. Unstable Vortex removing some cards from the deck, and yeah. Give me a mini stone, just... Dualism Endless. Oh no. I totally forgot that we had the higher stone housing. Okay, I'm gonna give some additional damage to the Eel Gorgon. Then I'm gonna roll. Oh my god. We've got Smidgestone for Awoken Hollow. Makes you a very, very dupable unit indeed. Gives us the ability to throw an additional Animus of Speed on the bottom line as well to help us out on the first couple of rounds. The Unstable Vortex is very easy to target because the Shield Stewards do nothing but get in my way at this point. Conduit 3 leaps all the way from 4 to 12 Conduit, which that additional 8 magic damage does matter. Especially for Glimmers. Also, I don't think the Frostbite matters almost at all. For all of the reasons previously stated, we have our Relentless Killers. What's the enemies? Restore 150 if they move off a floor. This could be annoying. Yeah, let's see what we can do about this, because, like... After this fight, I end up duping Awoken Hollow. think this is probably a really good idea for us. If I'm going to double cast anything, it should probably be Glimmer, just because it takes out so many enemies. Throw a Cuddle Hex on the bottom line as well. That Corruption 6 is kind of annoying, but at least the Awoken Hollow is the one taking it. Yeah, this could be a lot worse. If I can double the focus growth every single turn, then I'm drawing 9 cards a turn. It's like I have 4 draw relics. Oh, can you imagine that? 4 draw relics? Oh. Double the unnamed tome this turn. Not the double stacked one. Keep that. Store for you. Yeah, because this Avowed Gladiator is going to make it past us, but that Discordant Heretic doesn't have to. Oh, but I also don't even need to worry about it. Actually, yeah. I'll deal some damage to the Avowed Gladiator so that you have less health when you get up to the next floor, because you get 150 between them. And I'll keep Gifts Regard in hand. That's going to be really good in Relentless phase, especially. Hell yeah! Just enough with the Swift Shots to take out that line fully. This line, I'm going to want as much damage as possible, so I think we're like double casting Helical Crystallis. For starters. Whip. I could cast Gifts Regard right now. I feel like there's going to be later turns that I can use that at least as effectively on. Glimmer's an incredible dupe here. What value that has. I mean, I could put the Iron Tongue on you for the AoE sweep, but definitely not what you want by the end of the fight. Corruption applied to our front line is not what we want. If I had any way of stopping that wasn't using Gifts Regard, I probably would, but it feels like I have to use it. Oh, never mind. We've got Quick Tethys because of the earlier Wildwood Tome Blades, so now I can just give you the sweep and then take out them before they give me any corruption. And keep all of these frozen cards in hand, as well as 3 abilities to freeze a new card. Got him with the same one. And that about Gladiator, as long as I win on the bottom line next turn, which I do look set up well to do, shouldn't really be able to do anything. Yeah, we already win before playing anything, but now it's time to play some cards. Disregard. Hang on. Hang on, Gifts Regard. Hang on, Gifts Regard. Gifts Regard. Draw 3 damage spells and apply Consume plus 30 magic power and 0 cost to them. So it considers Restoration Detonation to be a damage spell. But Tethys, you don't. Alright, I have enough information now to submit a bug report. Woo, we did it. F9? F12. Oh, that's a screenshot. F11. F10? F8. Boom, got it. Alright. Tethys Conduit line does not consider Restoration Detonation to be a damage... Wait, I should put this in quotes. Damage spell, but Gifts for a guard does. Grand! Now that we've sorted all that, we can let the fight resolve! 59 damage 13 times. Seems to be making relatively short work of this man. Harness the Titan. Apply plus 10 magic power to the spells in hand. Relatively minimal in impact because most of the spells don't do things to my enemies. Another unnamed tome with a preserve, not needed. Spring Spores and Snare and Focus Growth, also no. Card Replicator. I'm more than happy to get another Focus Growth at this point. I ask you, where is the downside? Definitely Merchant of Magic for us. Non-banning units have deployable, wow. For me, that'll put Cuddle Hexes in the opening hand. Which, like, I can play them. Not bad. When you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less or reduce at 0 cost of the wrath of turn. Most of my spells, when I play them, are 0 cost already, so it's not really going to have any impact. Oh. 50% chance to apply spell weakness to an enemy when it enters the train. Yes, please. Apply mute 1 to an enemy unit when it enters your train. Yes, please. Now I don't have to worry about any of the responses that they can do. Like, well, I mean, the Chosen Rage Wing gets to hit our entire line, but gets no rage out of it. That's pretty fun. But Misshapen Fiends especially get countered quite well with that. Remove Consume from a spell? I mean, that at negative costs would be okay. Disregard doesn't need Consume removed, to be honest. I think just like plus 10 magic power for an Ice Storm. Remove a Steward, because they're deployable now. Remove another Steward. Restore's not an incredible spell. After a certain point, worse than many of my others. one of the Animus' speed being on the bottom line and then giving it an Iron Tongue is a really good solution for the Rage Wings that you'll be coming in. But also just having one on the bottom line, so I'm ready to kill one if I need to. Oh no, this is the opportunity to dupe a Awoken Hollow. Yeah, because that's a great chump block for Seraph here. So I think this floor is Hall of Mirrors, dupe Animus, dupe Hollow. Then bottom line is Hollow, Animus, Gorgon, Tethys. And then Cuddle Hex at the very back. And then in order to distract the enemy on turn 1, single Cuddle Hex on the top floor. Seraph is going to spend a whole turn up there. Beautiful. That's a Chosen Assassin. Thankfully, I do already have the ability to counter that on the bottom line. Everyone's taking 21 damage this turn, it looks like. Right. I'm gonna have to change my approach to this floor because I do want to let that sweep unit actually hit everyone so I never have to deal with damage melee weakness again. And I can do that. But it's gonna rely on manually healing everyone else, then Animus takes out you. And then I still lose Cuddle Hex? Yeah. I think I'm okay with that, though. Use Winged Spirit, getting both Awoken Hollows up some health. Yeah, and then the next line's already ready to take out those. Oh, we actually also got enough health with that final Cultivate trigger to keep Cuddle Hex alive. Great. There goes all that melee weakness. Oh, everyone's muted on the bottom line. Gotta love that. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. I mean, Ice Storm for damage, I'm thinking down here. Yeah, we just need some raw damage numbers going out. May as well freeze a card if I can get any use out of it. And if we're going to be killing the next round even before they ascend, there's no reason not to just attack directly with the Animuses of Will. They'll have Swift Shot back by the next time they need it. Beautiful. I need more damage to the enemy front line than anything else, so we'll go with duping Helical Crystallis. Then Iron Tongue for Animus of Speed, because your multi-strike is going to be important to make sure that we definitely get to take down any Chosen Rage Wings that come in. You've already got Quick. I'll give Quick to another unit as well. Old Growth for our front line. And I can hold here, right? Beautiful. Get him, Animus. I think a single meat shield is already more than enough for that floor. Remove your enchant bonus. You don't need to keep that. Does anyone else really need to be quick down here? Okay, yeah, definitely want as many casts as I can possibly get down here this round. AoE is going to be important as well, but I think a single Glimmer already gets me the full distance I need. It's like going maybe Restoration Depth. Yeah, that's a huge amount of damage. As the dupe target. Maybe I do throw the Wildwood Tome out there as well. Yeah, if it gives me enough damage to finish off the additional Amalgam before it ascends, it's probably going to be worth my while. Whoop, nice try. That's just where you go to take damage, friend. I almost wonder if... Yeah, hell. I'll play Gifts Regard this turn. I think I just have enough health, because that represents 700 health on Awoken Hollow, because it's Titanite and 350 health. So, yeah, I think we're good enough. Keep focusing on the growth. Damn, it actually got even more out of control, up to 900 health on our frontliner now. Yeah, we lose the equivalent of 670 of it. And that's, of course, before playing anything and giving multi-strike to the Eel Gorgon, so yeah, I definitely did not need to worry whatsoever. Any report of my demise has been greatly exaggerated. That'll do it. It's been really nice having a run where I can actually play the Eel Gorgon and it's not the least impressive unit in my deck. I've drafted it a couple of times, and almost every single time I've then turned around to regret it. Not this run. No, sorry, not this run. Another copy of Ice Storm would actually be really good in this deck as well. Just a really good generalized AoE. I don't need another copy of Focus Growth at this point. Yeah, let's go the Ice Storm. Let's go the Ice Storm. And venturing in not only with 104 health, but also a Bone Dog's Pendant, I do think it's very unlikely we lose. I just don't see that happening. And look, this final Cuddle Hex, it's better to just draw a spell than still have that, so I will sacrifice it on the top line. Oh, good turn to draw Iron Tongue as well, actually. Okay, Iron Tongue, I'm going to double up on Helical Starless. Then get the Thicket out there, so I can use Cuddle Hex to hold... Oh, hang on. I'll use the other Cuddle Hex to hold this, because the other one's just going to die immediately. Beauty. I feel like I'm going to have much more difficulty taking out Entropy than I will having against Savagery, so I'll use 2 Swift Shots against the enemy backline this turn. You're all silenced. I'm not getting any corruption from you. No, sorry. Oh, the focus. Oh, the growth. I mean, freezing Gifts Regard is just incredible. Pretty much always going to be happy to have that just sat around in hand in case of emergency. Break the gifts. Beautiful. I'm going to go for Draw and Cultivate on the bottom line because Animus has already got my AoE handled. And I've also got Glimmer and Ice Storm just in case it wasn't already handled. Speaking of Ice Storm though, I'm going to play one of them on top line just to remove the Spell Shield from Dominion in case that becomes relevant to me later. And I'm also going to mute Savagery so that I don't have to take 5 damage at the end of this round. Or allow you to get another multi-strike. Your loop and your resolve triggers are both muted. Again, Animus to speed for 200 damage to Entropy, and that'll do that round. Get him, Wings. Already drawing enough cards next turn not to want the Invigorating Solution. And I just think I let the Curses of Entropy dome me. I will lose a lot of damage on Eel Gorgon if I play Saps. I mean, if I am worried about Dominion being the last one I'll kill, there's a very classic way to deal with that. Using the emote tome to dupe Highlight, just in case anyone wasn't watching the thing that happened on screen when I said that as well. So we'll probably dupe the Highlight every turn. Get him emote tome. half health on Savagery. Dominion's almost done. Bottom round's not going to kill next turn, but with Gifts Regard, maybe. Certainly not impossible. Having a lot of frozen zero-cost cards in hand will help as well. So Gifts Regard can't be the card we dupe. Moon Tome, Wildwood Tome. Entropy's a real annoyance here. So Dominion's going down this round. Savagery's getting kinda close. Entropy is the furthest. Looks like Savagery is easily going to get finished this round just by the Atoms of Speed. And then Entropy 150, 60. Yeah, with just a couple of incants on this bottom line, we might be able to push towards lethal. Right, that's not going to happen. Eel Gorgon doesn't have the reach to hit the enemy backline. Actually, it's fine. I'll just have Swift Shot take it out next turn. No need to worry about that. We got Swift Shot. Get him! Oh no, I'm going to give 2 damage to the Chosen Zealot because Entropy is going to die. Pretty good run. Eel Gorgon getting all of its size from the Cultivate triggers on Awoken Hollow, as well as just 28 additional damage from the Strength Stones at the very start of the fight. Getting a little bit more information about how Eel Gorgon deals with removing all status effects. And actually getting to exploit the Animus of Speed having the Iron Tongue. So that we can do sweep damage to everyone on Swift Shot. So useful. But that'll be that. Take us out. Getting Life Mother's Bloom that early and just being able to dupe that many cards. Like, we didn't even have good targets for the dupes for a while, and it still became absolutely ridiculous by the end. Let's jump back here. Oh, new personal record of healing done. And also, we're just over 2/3 of the standard run combinations completed at Covenant 10. We'll see if we can advance that number further when it comes to the next episode. But until then, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you'll all be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.